Everybody.
Except the Lord of hosts had left us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Say that one more time.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Somebody say a very small remnant.
A very small remnant.
Romans 9, verse 27, quick. And while somebody finding that, somebody go to Romans 11:5. Yes, ma'am. And the longest one, because y'all don't read the Old Testament. Go to Zephaniah 3:13. It's next to Zechariah. It's next to the book of Job. Just look. Romans 9:27 and Romans 11:5. When you got it, somebody just slip your hand up.
Romans 9:27. Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel. Through the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea. A remnant shall be saved.
Somebody say a remnant.
A remnant.
Somebody who's got 11:5, go ahead, Britt.
Even so, then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
Somebody say remnant.
Remnant.
Last but not least, Zephaniah 3:13. Where one of my phone saints at? Y'all can find that quick. 3:13. I told y'all was gonna take a while to find it. You got it. Here we go, sis.
The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
On today, just for a second, if I can take a topic before you take your seats. Just want to speak to you about the remnant that's left in the remnant. And you may be seated. For those of you who don't know what a remnant is, all right, let's say you come in the house, you got this big old open wood floor, and you want to get a rug.
Yes.
Okay, so you come in, you take the measurements, and you get just a little bit extra just in case you make a mistake. So you cut, you make the carpet, and you got just a little bit extra left. That leftover part is the remnant. What most people do with the remnant is they sit it in front of their door, they make it a welcome mat. Most of y'all come, you wipe your feet all on it, just jack it all up, and you do all that. That's where you kick your salt at. If your feet stink, that's where you take your shoes off at, you leave them outside. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the remnant piece that's left over. And unfortunately, what has happened is church as usual has become the regular rug, but the kingdom is the remnant. Wow. And it seems like the remnant people just don't understand you. You're just left over. You're talked about all the time. People really don't get what you're doing. And really, you're outside and people just wipe their feet all on you. You do everything for everybody. I mean, they call you when you get your food stamps on your bridge card. You go shopping for them. You let them get some milk off your wick. I mean, everything. Some of y'all shaking your head. Don't. Amen. I'm praying for you. But, I mean, you do everything that you can for these people. And it seems like they just wipe their feet on you. That leftovers place, the remnant. The remnant really doesn't have a name. People really don't know them. You do everything in your power, and yet people still forget about you all the time. But what if that's what God is calling for? A people who are not always about themselves. A people who are not me oriented. But people that would say, if I have to be wiped on to keep the rest of the house clean, so be it. Because what has happened is there's a separation between the church and the kingdom. And with the church, What's going on is you got religion, you got people that can bump for 38 minutes, you got people that can sing to glory. In fact, you don't have a clue what they sung because we were too busy shouting about all the runs that they did. Oh, that was sweet, what they say. It was sweet. And the remnant is not being fed. If you continue to go just a little bit further with the remnant, and you know what, I gotta do this. If I got any remnant family in the house, just wave your hands at me real quick. I love y'all. I got extra people waving, but y'all know what I'm talking about. What begins to happen is people that are in the kingdom, you're praying twice as much.
Yes.
You're fasting twice as much. You're in your word twice as much. This might not describe you. You might have fell into the church.
Wow.
But yet and still, you got some people that are just radical for Christ. You know what? I'm going to live this lifestyle. I know everybody else drinking and smoking, but I'm still going to live this lifestyle. I know I slipped last week, but I'm getting off that thing and I'm going right back. I'm talking about some real remnant type of people. People that are willing to stand for holiness when everybody else is messing up. I'm talking about some real people. You get talked about because you live for Christ. What, really? I'm supposed to do like you do and sleep with everybody? I'm the bad person because I don't sleep around. Really? Where they do that at? I'm talking about some real serious type people. And then here's the problem. With those people, there's a remnant within the remnant. Well, what do you really mean about that? Well, I have a ministry called The Remnant. When I said my remnant, people raise their hand and everybody. I'm talking about we have the Remnant Council. It's a youth group. We intercede, we pray, we're radical for Christ. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. But mainly we're interceding for Christ. And we're interceding for this generation, the generation before, and the generation up and coming. Just really praying and really trying to figure out what we have to do to make sure there's not a great falling off like there is right now.
Yes.
And with this group, there are some people that are extremely radical. Then there's some people that are just there. I'm not talking about that remnant within the remnant. I'm not talking about the extreme people and then the lukewarm people. What I'm talking about is when we came to Jesus Christ, absolutely, positively everything supposed to been created brand new.
Amen.
Everything is completely washed. Everything is right. We become righteous at that second, and now it's up to us to walk the thing out. Some people, they like, oh, I'm just taking it day by day. I can't lie to you. I'm too weak to take it day by day. I got to take it second by second.
Yes. Come on.
You know what? I was holy these last 13 seconds.
Yes.
Woo, let's see if I can go for 14. I mean, that's the way I got to be. I got to take it second by second because Satan be trying to get me. Like, seriously. The second you say I'm not going to have sex no more, don't all of them start calling me? I ain't talked to you in 48 months. How did you get my new number? Like, I mean, seriously. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. But within this remnant, I can see some of y'all. You know what? If that one didn't hit you, you're probably the person calling them trying to have sex. I'm not talking about that type of remnant. But within this set-apart type of people, well, what do you mean set-apart? Let me explain. For those people that are a part of Rhema Refuge, you're a set-apart type of people. You're a different, completely different breed. A radical type of people, and people look at you like you crazy. Oh, you go to that church? Oh my God, you know how she be over there? Yeah, I said I go there. I know exactly how she be over there. Well, she say nigga. What you just told me, she said nigga, so nigga came off your lips, so you just said it. And it flew off your lips kind of smooth. You must say nigga a lot. I think you're a nigga lover.